Okay, so we're going to look at a few drills that we can do to help alleviate and prevent low back pain. There'll be three things that we're going to look at. We're going to target initially the psoas muscle, which is a deep hip flexor muscle which attaches to the spine. And for that you need a medium-sized kettlebell. You're then only going to need a lacrosse ball because we're going to look around the glutes, mostly around the glute medium in, which are on the side of the hip. When those tighten up, they can cause low back tension. And then the final thing will be a pigeon pose, which is a stretch that we use to help release the pressure around the back and the side of the hips and the glutes. So the first one, the psoas, it's on the front, so you're going to need to lie on your tummy and you're going to find your pelvis, grab there, and then it's this area just inside. And what you're going to do is set up with that area pressing down onto the kettlebell, trying to stay nice and relaxed. The more you relax, the deeper that's going to press in and through that soft tissue. You're going to reach that same arm up, relax the head down, and then just spend 2 minutes pressing nice and gently. So that's the position you're going to spend the time there. You might feel some referred pain coming through the back. That's almost a good thing because that means you know you're targeting the right muscle. Swap sides and do the same thing on the other side. For the glutes, you're going to start with side lying on the ball. So you're going to pop the ball just under the back side of the bum cheek. You're going to roll around almost fully onto your side, supported by your elbow, and straighten the leg out. From there, you're going to rotate the leg through the hip and see if you feel any pain. You might feel some referred pain going down the leg. That means this area is tight and it needs a little bit more attention. So from that area, you work around right onto the side of the hip. You're going to feel that sort of tendinous structure there, the quite firm, thick structure where you're coming round into the top of the hip flexor. And you can spend some time on the side of the hip there. If you feel you need to, you can take the ball round to the back, where you'll still stay on the elbows, and you're going to find that bony prominence at the back of the pelvis. We call that the PSIS. That's a good area to sit and press into. You can straighten the leg, and then very, very gently pull the knee up into the chest, and you will feel some tension there if you've got tightness through your low back. So it's a really nice way to release the fascia through your low back. Further on from that, if you want to target even more up into the muscles and the fascia of the lower back itself, take the ball above the pelvis, pull the lower tummy in, and then you're going to pull very gently up towards your kidneys and that bottom corner of where your rib cage begins. And that's where we're going to target the muscle called the QL. The whole time you're drawing in your lower abs, so you're softly rounding off the low back as you push into the ball. You want to spend at least 3 or 4 minutes working all the way around the side of the hips, the glutes, into that bony prominence at the back, and then up towards the rib cage. The best thing to do is get it actually on your skin. So get the ball on your skin so you can almost pull and press through that fascia. So 3 or 4 minutes minimum, same thing on the other side. And then that final thing we're going to do is just stretch off through the hips. So set your hands up under your shoulders. You're going to bring your foot up and then hold your foot. Relax the back knee down and extend the leg away. I'm holding my foot in my right hand, it's my left leg, and my left knee is touching my left arm. So I've got a nice square angle behind my knee. So as you notice, there's currently a gap underneath my leg. So I'm keeping that 90-degree angle behind. I'm going to fidget my way back to the point where I can get my leg as close to the floor as possible, which may not be possible for some of you initially, but that will be the goal. And you're going to try and press gently down into the floor with that leg. You're going to feel that stretch build around the outside of your bum cheek, the front leg. Some of you may feel some tension through the back hip here. And you're going to just work your way by pressing for a period of 5 seconds, holding for 5, and then easing down and trying to sit a little bit further into that stretch. The goal being getting the leg completely flat to the floor with a 90-degree angle behind. My suggestion would be to do at least one of those drills every day. Try and alternate between them. Spend 10 minutes each day working on one of those sections, one of those drills to help ease low back pain.